Well, we have this great clip from Elisa Farah Griffin from The View and Jessica Tarloff, who are praising Trump. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Shout out to the Quad Club, my people that watch all of our uploads every day. Welcome and subscribe. Don't forget you can join our memberships now below for special privileges. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, here is The View. Get ready for a MAGA hat on Elisa Farah Griffin. That's what she promised if Trump really got the prisoners back.
My point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, it's not changing a tune. It's not making every single thing a 5-alarm fire. Yeah. If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it. Yeah. She'll knock it right off my head. But like you have to be able to.
Yeah, Sonny Hostin will knock it right off your head because she hates Trump accomplishments. That's Elisa Farah Griffin wearing the little yellow ribbon on her outfit, showing that she is waiting for the hostages to come home. This is from January of this year.
Cheer for wins when they happen and then call out relentlessly the wrongdoing.
So now my only question to my audience is, do you think she's going to honor this by wearing a MAGA hat on The View? I'm excited to see that. And here's another one from Jessica Tarloff. I'm calling this one out for a specific reason in that I rag on Jessica Tarloff a lot, and this time I have to praise her. Watch this. She says, I've cried so many tears today seeing these families reunited, especially Omri and his precious little girls. Credit to President Donald Trump for pushing the deal through. And I can see why Israel is lit up in praise in thanks for his work. An exciting day for all. Now, this has to be praised, guys, because other Democrats, they'll cloud Trump's accomplishment by naming a whole list and saying, oh, now we have to move on to a two-state solution, and oh, this is whatever, or they don't name Trump at all. Democrats, Jessica Tarloff made a perfect compliment here. It's actually hard to do for an opponent. So praise and hats off to Jessica Tarloff in the name of peace. But now, a very special word from Chapter, our sponsor. Medicare annual enrollment is October 15th. That's in 2 days to December 7th. This is the time where all Medicare recipients are allowed to select their Medicare plan for 2026. Seniors are bombarded by every character with claims to have the best plan, when in reality, they're usually just steering people toward plans with the biggest commissions. That's their entire agenda. Plans change every year, and some even go away. If you don't check, you could lose your doctors or end up overpaying. Chapter views every plan nationwide to make sure you're in the best one, and Chapter is the only company to do this. On average, Chapter saves people $1,100 a year. If you're already on the right plan, they'll tell you. If not, they'll tell you to help you switch. Don't wait till the last minute. Call today so you can enjoy the rest of the year with peace of mind. Most seniors will procrastinate right now. It's really important that you, my audience, does not. Phone lines get tighter and tighter as seniors panic at the last minute, but not my audience of clever patriots. Just call my friends at Chapter. Dial 631-961-8696. That's 631-961-8696. The phone number's in the description, and it's the first pinned comment. Tell them Doug in Exile sent you. Okay, now we followed Viktor Orban the other day, and Trump here calls out a special praise to him after, remember, Barack Obama was aiming at his country to try and prevent conservatives from winning there. We did a video on that. I believe it was yesterday. You can look that one up, our second video, because now it's time to hammer and berate Barack Obama. Here's Trump first.
We have Hungary. Oh, Victor, where is Victor? Victor. We love Victor. Victor, I call him. You know, I put the little accent on it. You are fantastic, all right? I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I'm the only one that matters. You are fantastic.
Trump's the only opinion in the room that matters. Viktor Orban of Hungary, Trump loves you.
Great leader. I endorsed him the last election he had, and he won by 28 points. So you're going to do even better this time. You have another election, and you're going to do great, and we appreciate it, and we're behind you 100%. That's Hungary.
Okay, we're going to get into Barack Obama now. This is Orban, Viktor Orban, right? Political director of Orban. Hungary does not need Obama's validation or permission. Okay, this is a comment back at Obama, who's trying to bring socialism there. The left's playbook hasn't changed. Deploy Soros-funded experts. Now, guys, I called this days ago when Barack Obama's foundation said they were sending in these liberals to oversee democracy in Hungary. And I said, this is just a Soros-funded thing. I guessed. And now come to find out, I'm right. I like when I'm accidentally right. To deliver distant lectures and level vague, evidence-free accusations against the sovereign nation of Hungary, it comes to no surprise that Barack Obama, a longtime advocate of globalist ideology and identity politics, is unsettled by a Hungary that has consistently and successfully defended its sovereignty against international pressures for the past 15 years. Mr. Obama, this approach has grown tiresome. We agree, In Exile. Oh, we're tired of Obama. Hungary neither requires your validation nor seeks your permission. You elite, know-it-all snob. Close your big mouth. The nation's future will and must be determined solely by the will of the Hungarian people. This is Balask Orban. The left's playbook hasn't changed. So this is their rip on Barack Obama's post about Hungary. Wait, it gets even better. Here's Trump destroying Obama in Israel for his failed efforts after Biden's failed efforts. Watch this.
In the Abraham Accords, we have to join up and get together. You can have that whole thing filled out. We had a very weak administration, worst president in the history of our country by far. And Barack Obama was not far behind, by the way.
Look at this crowd in Israel. Every nation, their leader, clapping and laughing at Obama's name mentioned at the Knesset in Israel when Trump's one of the few guys, they would never have Barack Obama there, that anti-Semite. So the universe is healing is my point. Here's breaking. Prime Minister Viktor Orban's director calls out Barack Obama over his comments about democracy in Hungary. Barack Obama is not concerned about democracy. That's what's so funny. He directly negates Obama. He said, this is our concern about democracy. Again, look at yesterday's episode, second one with he and Michelle on the thumbnail. He said, we're here for democracy. He goes, you don't care about democracy. That is correct opinion. He is concerned about preserving the dominance of the liberal elite. Perfectly said. So Barack Obama reduces in the world, and Trump, here's Time magazine, the living Israeli hostages held in Gaza have been freed under the first phase of President Trump's peace plan alongside a Palestinian prisoner release. The deal may become a signature achievement of Trump's second term. Look at this cover on Time magazine. His triumph. This is art directed, unlike other Time magazines that want to make Trump look psycho. This is an upshot, very regal, very noble, plain and straightforward. Trump is front and center in front of the Time magazine logo. These are liberals, guys. These are liberals conceding. And that's what I'm all about here. Make them concede. Here's another one.
Yeah, Sandra, I spoke with President Trump earlier today, and what stood out to me is how much he actually cares about the region and the people here. This is the most powerful man in the world, and yet he purposefully delayed his schedule so he could spend more time with the families of hostages and hostages who had been freed in previous deals that he supported.
Not grandstanding. Trump loves people. He delayed his speech to be with the families. I've shared these stories now for all of Trump's career. If he gets one-on-one and gets down on his knee and talks to a kid, 100% he's loving on him. If he talks to his cleaning lady, his doorman, common people, he loves being with them. He loves interacting with them. He's wonderful in that way. That is a true strength of character among great leaders.
And when you think about what this means, it means that you have a leader who is looking toward the future with an understanding of the realities on the ground. And those realities are that Israel is a population of nearly 10 million people. The Gaza Strip is a population of more than 2 million people. And the president has a vision for a future of the Middle East that would not have all of the violence and war that has ravished the Middle East for the past 2 years, as we've seen inside the Gaza Strip with the death and destruction following a horrific massacre on October 7th. And so this really does feel like a moment of change for the Middle East.
This is such a small area, guys. That's 12 million people, 10 million in Israel, 2 million in Gaza Strip. Just to put it in context, Los Angeles, has a proper population of 4 million just inside the city. But if you talk about all of the surrounding areas around Los Angeles of Southern California, you're looking at the same amount of people, about 12 million people. It's the size of Los Angeles. This is Gaza and Israel. And yet they have kind of decimated the world stage with their wars all caused by Gaza and Israel's surrounding enemies. Again, this is the left, CBS News, taking Trump's side against China. I just want to say this is a tectonic shift in culture. You've heard me talk about the media and culture forever, guys. And I see a change this week. They're giving up the reins because they just can't hold out against Trump any longer.
I do want to highlight that a lot of the analysts that I talk to do not put the blame on the president here, that it was really China going back to last week that reignited this tit-for-tat trade war when they put those export controls on those very important rare earth minerals. I know everyone's at home is probably like, what is that? It's important for everything from your car to your cell phone to your semiconductor chips. It's really an important piece for a lot of companies, especially tech companies in this country, in order to make their products. And China owns 70% of the global resource. So yes, now we're seeing this back and forth, but a lot of analysts I'm talking to said, look, the president needed to do something.
The president needed to do something. That's CBS News taking Trump's side. These are like a first in 10 years, guys. That's why I'm reporting on it now. Well, what about ABC? Let's check in on ABC News, what their position is. You're going to get blown away.
I think today what I've been mostly struck by is Donald Trump's sheer force of personality. There are not many men, not many leaders who can walk into the Knesset in Israel to such rapturous applause, such a warm welcome, to clearly know so many members of the Israeli leadership so personally. He's been in the weeds on this, and then less than an hour later, appear in a room of world leaders, Arab and Muslim leaders, and have the same kind of warm welcome. It really is his force of nature which has managed to make this happen. I mean, I was struck that he was standing on that stage here in Sharm el-Sheikh, welcoming world leader after world leader, many of whom he's had his disagreements with, as we know. And it wasn't President Sisi of Egypt doing that. It was him. He is front and center here. His force of will, he has said what he wants to happen. He's laid out this 20-point plan. The objectives are very clear. And of course, the big question is how we get there, is how we get there.
Okay. I just want to point out, this is ABC News, guys. This isn't Fox News. This is ABC. They're coming out and saying through Trump's personality, his force of will, that is who he is. Usually they go after his personality as it's divisive, it's what's going wrong, it's the only argument they can make. And now they're saying he's not just healing the world, it's every world leader is coming up to him to shake his hand and do photo ops with Trump. He's not just the star of America, he's now the star. We're sharing him with the whole world. Remember, the globalists, this is their nightmare. Bill Gates' nightmare. Charles Kraus and all the eat Z bugs, all the elites, John Kerry, this is their nightmare. That Trump is actually has more power on the world stage than the evil globalists. If you're not smiling right now, if you're not celebrating, it's time to turn the attitude around, because this isn't just an American win, guys. This is a worldwide win with peace, thanks to Trump. And it is a huge put your face in the dog do for Barack Obama and all the elites. Jessica Tarloff is praising. We might even see a MAGA hat on The View. I'm Doug in Exile. Subscribe.